Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today Today I am here to do a reading for you for the rest of August. Let's see what's going on for you all. I'm back at the tarot desk after a little over a week off. Happy to be back. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for tuning in today and listening to me laugh at myself. We all have to do that. That's something that I think I highly prioritize, is laughing at myself daily. I hope you do the same. All right, Gemini. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading. For my lovely air sisters and brothers, Geminis. All right, many of you know I'm a Libra, so I love my fellow air signs. Let's see what the T has to show for you for the rest of August. We're also going, in a minute, we're going to be getting into the tarot as usual. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies in the immediate future, as well as advice, all that good stuff. So we have the seahorse. So Gemini, you could be focusing heavily on some family matters this August. Something that may be ongoing, I'm hearing. Others of you with something new that's popping up. But you're going to be stepping into a new experience, maybe in the way you're approaching a situation, Gemini, with the seahorse and the leg. Seahorses can be very playful. You may be dealing with someone younger, but family matters. Maybe moving something emotional with a family member, but it's a new experience. Maybe you're just stepping into something where it's like there's new growth, delicately taking a step forward innocently. This is a naked leg, so it's stripped to its bare essence. Maybe you're on a wing and a prayer in a connection. I don't know. There's something you're stepping into timidly. We have victory in some endeavor. V for victory. Okay. And I'm looking interesting. This looks like frets that are being bent. So you could be singing a new tune when it comes to a family connection. And it's kind of a new experience. Whatever this new shift is around this connection, it's something that you're meant to experience at this time, Gemini. Flowers. I think that you are going to be happy overall throughout the rest of August. What does this have to do with? Underneath the deck, situations that you've been carefully handling, or a specific person, circumstance you've been handling very carefully, Gemini. We have the grasshopper and then the apple. You're coming out of some sort of test. Okay, that's what it feels like overall. A test. I'm hearing the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. There's a snake here that is starting to eat this apple. I feel like you're kind of like jumping away from a situation, and you've been tempted to respond the way you always respond. And this time you said, I'm doing it differently. Okay. I'm getting like you're kind of fed up with something at this time coming into this reading, because your happiness is at stake and you're going to be victorious in you putting yourself first here. I think that's a new experience for you. Maybe you don't always take care of you first. You may be quick to someone's aid or quick to fix or handle something else outside of you. This time you say, you know what? I'll get to it when I can, right? What is it? You know, when someone calls back in the day and you had a secretary and they said, this person is not available right now. Can I take a message? And it's that kind of energy that you may be handling a situation with, right? I'm not home right now. Take a message. Leave a message at the beep. But it's energetically, because you just don't want to deal with it. I get, though, that you know how to handle this. That you know what to do. I'm hearing you know what to do, Gemini. All right, let's get the overall general energy. I'm very curious, but this feels like you've been moving precariously through a difficult situation. With a lot of you, it's a family member. You have a victory at hand around your level of self-satisfaction, self-care, around your happiness, putting your needs first. And you've been tempted to repeat a pattern here in a connection. It may not be a family member, or could just be someone soul family. It doesn't have to be by blood, but it's somebody you've had in your life, okay, that maybe felt like family to you. or feels like family. It doesn't need to be past tense. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. I like that. Strong Virgo energy we're entering into this week. I like it. Ooh, this is nice energy. Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Magician. This is communicating clearly with other people and how that tends to manifest the reality that you want. I love the Three of Pentacles. It's a very Virgo energy, actually, of community, everyone doing their part. It's also your body, mind, and spirit work. Eight of Wands is being co-led, right, by the divine, getting the signs around manifesting greater harmony, greater peace. I think that for you, the rest of the month, you need to focus on and prioritize you and the things that make sense to you, that actually build stability for you. And moving forward in that energy and not hanging around dealing with anything that is anything but that. Okay. This could be around a career focus and making moves, what's that energy of, I can't think of it right now. A mover and a shaker type of energy. Like, I'm going to make this power move at work. I'm going to, speak up. But overall, this feels like on a self front, it's about you and creating more balance in your life. And what signs are you getting from your own spirit team? How are you being led and guided in creating more magic around your own self routine of self-care and I'm getting you could be focused. I think you've been focusing on something that was more about self-preservation than self-abandonment. And now you have answered the call and you're deepening in this stability and this symmetry within. And now you're starting to see things kind of come together on the outside. But I am hearing that only by maintaining healthy boundaries have you found yourself in this energy. But if for those of you who are moving forward in new career projects or new endeavors, working with a new team of people, I see things really manifesting well and things really moving forward, right? If this is more of a career energy you're focusing on coming into this reading. But overall, as it relates to yourself, it looks really good, all right? Grounded, balanced, stable. The recent past, we have the Strength, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Just like I said, some sort of connection in your life, soul family connection. Some of you, it's a family member. Some of you, it's a friend. Some of you, it's someone you've been kind of in a situationship with. Leo season was kind of a rough ride with this person. And there was some conflicts and we'll say some churning, right? And some confusion around how to handle this person, handle this situation, and having to be strong. Let's see where things are at currently. Three of Swords, Hangman, Queen of Swords. Wow, this is I need a minute. Give me a minute. This person, I need a minute. I need to think about this. This is bothering me. This is troubling me. It's upsetting me. And I need to just pull back. And you have that right. You're pulling back. I think that you need to use your energy wisely the rest of this month. This is a reset, cosmic reset button that we're getting the second half of August for every zodiac sign around planting these seeds and rebooting the systems. This is when I'm getting I didn't get this for the collective, but for you, Gemini, this is the energy you need to be mindful of. It's like when you reboot a computer. I was actually having a problem with something with my phone, and then I just clear away and release, and it allows you to reboot. So there's something that you're clearing away that maybe you've been holding on to. It could be resentment. It could be pain, hurt. Three of Swords is traditionally heartbreak. I think you've been moving through a situation where it's like when you have to hold boundaries, but it breaks your heart to do so. Or you have to speak up about how something's really making you feel, but it hurts you too. It's like that kind of energy I think that you're sitting in right now. Like, I don't like having to communicate this, but I have to. Or I don't like having these boundaries. Yeah, you're definitely needing a minute. It's like you're reviewing, reanalyzing something of the past, and you're looking at it from a different perspective. I'm getting too, there's like a broken leg, like when you have a broken wheel in a connection and you keep feeling like it's like Groundhog's Day. And I think what you're trying to do is you're looking at it now and you're surrendering a perspective. Overall, it's saying, why did I put up with so much of this? Why have I allowed myself to put up with this? Well, because it's somebody, it could be a child, it could be somebody you've said, this person matters to me, but we have a lot of conflict. Some of you, it's an internal conflict. Others of you, it's direct conflict, right? Where you're heated words. Or this person just makes you feel all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, it hurts. So let's see where the future is going. Queen of Pentacles, rooted and grounded. Love it. 4 Cups, you're disappointed in somebody. Tower, ooh, you might be saying, you know what? Queen of Pentacles, I'm getting like this no nonsense attitude from you, Gemini, around somebody who has, it's like you're upset about the way they continue to act, handle themselves, deal with you, need from you, want from you, or deny you. There's something around hurt and pain and wanting to just say, you know what? This isn't a stable situation for me. And what do I need to do to address it and to protect myself? Because the Queen of Pentacles energy is really demanding of anyone in this energy to take a look at what you're nurturing and what you're tolerating. I'm getting that. Are you tolerating something that it's like when we're acting a certain way out of duty or obligation, but inside it's like we don't want to do it. This could be around your career or it could be around a connection. So I'm getting that you're being a little bit tested this week. That's what this temptation will test you. Maybe it is some sort of temptation, like to repeat a cycle. That's what I feel like, or to repeat, what is that? The definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So I feel like this is maybe someone you're dealing with. Page of Pentacles, what you don't see coming. I'm running out of room here. Yeah, and that might be for you too. Are you running out of room in your compassion, right? In your selflessness to keep putting up with something. Page of Pentacles. What else is at the bottom of the deck? 7 of Cups. Yeah, you've got some choices, emotional choices to make, and some sort of releasing. All right, I'm getting a releasing here of major, major, major emotional dump. Like, boom. We have a lot of energy here of the 7 of Cups, 5 of Cups. That's just emotional energy that it feels like you've not known how to handle something. Well, what do I do about it? Okay, we're going to get to the bottom of this. But if you are trying to create more harmonization and you're being given the signs to move through it, right? To create more of that. I'm getting that special sauce, Gemini, around communicating. I think you're going to be given the right words to speak, the right actions to take, and it may force a tower. Towers only come when you're repeating something and no change is happening. And I feel like this is the period of time where the dam may break. And you say, you know what? I've been holding this in for so long. I'm going to speak up. And if it's not holding something in and it's time to speak up, it's more around what do you need for yourself when it comes to a past situation that you've been in deep conflict over. What is your spirit saying about it? 8 of Wands. What is your inner guidance leading you to do? Because you're going to do something about it. Manifestation, magician. There's something that you're manifesting. It's almost like you may be surprised that this actually comes about, but it's something, it's like when there's stuff going on behind the scenes and you don't realize it until it hits. It's like, oh, I saw it coming. This is what I mean. It's like I saw this coming and now it's here. And what this is going to do, though, is clearing space. It's making room for something new. Because you don't want to deal with this in the same way. That's what I'm getting. You don't want to deal with this in the same way. Let me get a few. It's definitely an energy of everywhere I look, you're like, what I love about this is the overall general energy. This the rest of this month is allowing you to reach for some relief, right? It's like a relief valve of the pressure you've been under when it comes to a certain connection in your life. And this relief, what it has to do is of release. The relief of release, Gemini, of a person, place, or thing in your life that you know you can't carry with you in the same way. It's become a burden. And it's like when you've tolerated something for so long, you're like, I just can't do it. I can't hold this person together. I can't hold this situation together. And it's time for me to let go. That's that surrendered perspective. Hangman. All right, let me get a few frequencies to support. That's what it feels like. You need the support. Starseed. Starseed. Raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. And that's what you've been. I think you've been radiant and loving in this situation. But don't let anything distract you from that work. All right, love. Live your truth and share your love. Live your truth and share the love that is in your soul. Yes, you have been very loving. And then inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Yeah. Here's the thing. I asked this of the collective this week. What would love do? You are being challenged by somebody in your life. It feels like a person that you've had in your life for a while. And there's been some conflict. And it's like you're coming to some decisions right now about it. And this decision is going to be like a little earthquake in this connection. But I think what it's going to do is going to allow you to not hold all this in anymore in the same way you have been. Let's clarify. Yeah. As the wheel turns, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups. I think that you're ready to make some big changes. These could be like sweeping changes around the way you handle someone. Putting up some, I'm hearing some buffers, parameters, rules. Maybe you're going to be laying down some new rules. I don't often get that from the Swords energy, but you could be like, okay, these are the new rules. All right? Because I'm not doing this again. What are you communicating here? That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you communicating and maybe bringing something together that's been a little bit pulled apart. It's hard, whatever it is. 10 of Wands. You're done. You're done with handling something in the same way. But I think it's taught you a lot about yourself, a lot about your own growth, judgment. Yeah, you're making a big judgment call, Gemini. The rest of August. Interesting. Oh, yeah. This is a long time coming. This is like when you're like, I should have done this a long time ago. Why didn't I do this then? Well, you have a chance to do it now. You're being backed by spirit in this. Whatever you're doing around the unification of your body, mind, and spirit being aligned in your integrity as you take action on something that maybe you've been holding off on. I think it's around you letting something go. It's called the pain someone has caused you, the burden that this has been on your soul, right? It's time to let it go. All right, Gemini, and you are. 10 of Wands. Time to let it go. It's allowing you to go through a massive spiritual rebirth. This is a part of your own evolution and your growth. 3 of Wands energy is that plateau, right? Where we reach a higher, more elevated point of view on the path. Because we're saying, you know what? It's like when we get a lot of, I call it like emotional and mental debris from the interactions with another karmically. And what that causes, that emotional stir. There's a fallout, right? And then you got to process it and then you got to release it. And that's what you're doing. I feel like you're processing something so you can release it. And it's allowing you to transform and go through a powerful period of rebirth as a result. It's like, I can no longer take on the burden of this person. I can no longer respond to this person in the same way. They expect that of me, but I'm making some changes. No more. That's what I'm hearing you say to yourself, and maybe this person. What is this about here, this person? 6 of Cups, 5 of Swords, Strength energy. You could be dealing with, I'm seeing a lot of fire. This person, it's a very spirited connection. It could, I'm not going to guess what type of bond this is, but this is someone that you've been meant to interact with in this lifetime. Yeah, you're moving away from something. Oh, wow, it's taking a lot of courage. I see nothing but you saying, all right, I've had enough. These are all tall tale signs of moving on. We have the 6 of Swords, the Chariot, and the 8 of Cups. This is like, okay, I see things clearly now. I didn't want to see it, but I see it now. And I need to move away from this person. I need away from the way it's making me feel. I need to not engage any further. I need to not repeat how I respond to this in the way I have, because I keep getting the same result no matter what I do. And I like it because I think you're summoning your courage. You're letting go, releasing that debris, right? I like it. It could be something as simple as a fight you had with someone and you're trying to move past it. But this feels like a lot of energy is accumulated. This is when you're like, okay. Then it becomes too much, right? It's like when you become too tolerant of someone else's actions and behaviors that cause harm. This person has hurt you, whoever they are. 3 of Pentacles. I think you're saying, well, what can be salvaged, Spirit? What can I salvage from this? I don't want to see this in the worst light possible. It's like you're trying to extract the lesson from this. And what is this lesson about? Overgiving. 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. This is a beautiful energy of you now uniting in your sense of self around no longer. This is when someone says one thing and does another, but then we do the same as a result. When what you really want to say, you don't. I'm getting that this time you're like, I'm going to really speak up and honor my truth here. Queen of Swords. About my tolerance, about how this has made me feel. It's like pick and choose your battles wisely. This battle, you're saying it's time for me to overcome a situation. So I'm now in alignment with myself. This feels so much like self energy. You can look at this as a third party energy coming into a situation. It could be, let me just come up with scenarios here so you understand what I'm saying. It could be literally a third party energy in a romantic bond. It could be a third party energy of like a child having a new friend that you don't approve of, or a new partner that you're like, what the hell, right? It's any or it could be just an interfering energy in your office, in your workplace that you're like, oh God, it's whatever this interfering energy is. Don't overgive to compensate, because it's like, it's hurting you. So I think what you're doing is you're saying, I need to give to the things that support me and help me thrive, and not to the things that undermine me and make me feel stagnant. And this is also how you approach certain things, certain people, certain situations. This could be a whole collective shift for you in how you handle your bonds and how you handle what you're building within. Yeah, this is why this is such a big reflective energy of the rest of the month, because it's deeper than one connection. It's life. It's encompassing all aspects of your life. Whenever I see 3s, it's like when you say, okay, I need to start giving to the parts of myself that I'm neglecting or abandoning and avoiding. And once you start really listening to that part of you, you start to make decisions differently. And they're like, oh, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to tell you like it is right here. It's coming down to this soul lesson. I know Spirit's going to pull it out for you. What's the soul lesson here for Gemini? Whoop. Yes, it's 3. It's 3. I will take a step back from unhealthy relationships. Step 1. Step 2. Oh, it's 4. I am both soft and resilient. Maybe you've been soft with somebody in your life, and you've been resilient, right? But you need to take a step back if it's unhealthy, okay? If it's not balanced. I find peace wherever I go. Yeah. Try not to let anyone take up too much mental real estate in your life the next half of the month. I will give myself permission to outgrow old versions of myself. That's it. That's the one. Eureka! Ding, ding, ding. Yep. You are now letting go of an old version of yourself that was both soft and resilient, and now it's about your own personal peace. I think you're taking a step back from something unhealthy for you because of an interfering energy, or it's just created interference in your life overall, and it's been hard for you to maintain balance because of the pain that you keep putting up with, the new hurts, the fresh cuts, right? I'm surprised we don't see like a 10 of Swords energy, but let's keep going, because that might be the Tower coming in where you're like, you know what? This is one too many disappointments. This is all for your greater growth. So you can raise your vibration. King of Wands, Two of Swords, Two of Wands. Yeah, this one you say no. You mean it. You mean it this time. You're like, this no is a complete sentence, sir or ma'am. Or child. Let me talk about two scenarios here. If you're dealing with a romantic situation, you have a big decision to make about whether you're going to ride this out with this person, overcome the block, see the truth, and does this person really fit into the new version that you're becoming? Does the situation serve you? It's a big decision. Are you in alignment with your sense of groundedness and what you're building in your sense of self and the passion behind that alongside this person? I see that there's some like questioning going on in the near future over something that's become unsustainable. Tower energy is like, uh-oh, maybe we need to take a look at the foundation of this, because it's like, I want it one way, they want it another. Can we come to some unified agreement here, a vision for the future? And some of you are saying, yes, I think we can, but I am really disappointed in this situation. Others of you are saying no, right? Because there's some sort of release, like I said, loss. It's definitely letting go of some difficulty here, Gemini. Now, if this has to do with not a romantic partnership, but a connection that's made you feel like you don't have balance in your life overall, you're saying no, because I think what you want is you want peace. You want to feel peace. This is when you have to protect that peace. It is a crossroads decision. It's like something's almost making, I'm getting this like you're angry. And this is when we get pushed too far by somebody or a situation. You're like, this is starting to make me angry. Okay, well, that's when you know you haven't put up the healthy boundaries and you're letting someone kind of manipulate you or work you over here. And again, you could feel manipulated in any kind of connection, but are you seeing the truth for what it is and you're making decisions to see that and not allow it anymore? So I think that's why this Tower and the Four of Cups is here. Is like, I'm not happy about what I'm seeing and witnessing, and something that maybe I turned a blind eye to for a long time and I tolerated because I was soft with this person. Now you're saying, you know what? No, just no. All right, let's go into this Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Seven of Cups. Yeah. Wow. Whew, it's not easy. Yeah, we're seeing the strength exerted yet again in the Five of Wands, Gemini. I think that you need to focus on yourself more than anything. When it comes to, it's like inner alchemy and higher love is the highest timeline. There's somebody on a lower timeline that is running parallel to you. And I think that you got your eye on them. And they're all hot mess in their life. It's like watching a train wreck and saying, should I even go over there and like deal with this again? And you're like, you know what? It's not my circus, not my monkey. It's not mine anymore. It's like when you reach out your hand one too many times and you say, I'm here for you, to the point where now you're getting taken advantage of. And this is when you say, I'm done. You're standing your ground. You have the Five of Swords in the past and you had chance, right? This is the lesson, right? I will give myself permission to outgrow versions of myself that actually overgave where you were too soft. And you allowed something that was unhealthy in. I don't care who it is. Okay? Unless they're under 18. Why are you putting up with something unhealthy? This is when you have to do things that make you uncomfortable. I've had to do that too in situations where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to say this. I don't want to do this, but I have to. You're being tested. Nine of Wands. Wounded warrior. Taking grounded, rooted action to take a stand and let go. I think it's hard. I think that you got all the signs during Leo season, right? Happened back here. It's coming back around. I feel like you've had multiple chances, multiple opportunities to stand up for yourself. And you have that opportunity again in the second half of August. And I think this time you mean it. It's like sometimes we're forced to do things we don't want to do. And then we finally do it. And we're like, why did I take so long to do it? Or reinforce it or maintain it? So it definitely makes you sad. You're releasing some sadness here. And you're making some hard, difficult emotional choices to move forward. This is about your own growth overall and the challenge of a connection that helps you with not abandoning self. Because this person, they're wearing you out. And this is when you say, you know what, these jagged conversations, your grounded stability is dependent on you actually saying something now. Saying, you know what, I have a limit to my unconditional love. Queen of Pentacles, this could be someone around you that you're just really disappointed in. I don't know. It could be a King of Wands. All right. It could be a Page of Pentacles. But it's definitely a very difficult situation. Oh, I didn't do this. I've been doing this for all the other signs in the middle. Let's talk about your intention. Let's help you, Gemini, here with this situation. Definitely a difficult connection in your life. Nope. Spirit, what does Gemini need around this difficult connection? You could be, I'm getting you're in two minds about this person. It's almost too, when you look at something, you're like, are they ever going to grow up? Are they ever going to really grow? And you're looking at this like, well, have they grown? Have they changed? Moving on, letting go so you can experience freedom. Yeah. Wow. Freedom. Moving on, letting go. I don't want to say Virgo. I think that's what you're doing. You're moving on and letting go during Virgo season from a very difficult situation so you can be free. This card could reveal a time of new freedom, perhaps involving a recent breakup or some sort of energetic disconnection. This may be the dismantling of a romance, friendship, or family relationship, or even a job or career. Whatever the experience, the present energy is saying the moment has come to let go. Yeah, let go. Any type of separation can be difficult. Even if the break is initiated by you, the grief and lifestyle adjustments can feel overwhelming. But this card is telling you to take heart, for this is the right time for you to free yourself from what's been holding you back. In fact, this card could be signaling emotions of liberation and great relief. You could be on the cusp of something very beneficial, such as the resolution of an ongoing problem or the healing of a long-term illness. Either way, call on Spirit's guidance, for a great shift in consciousness is about to take place. Trust that you have the ability to move on and create an exciting new reality. So your declaration is, I choose to follow my honoring options. As I let go of the old, I attract many new happy experiences. Yeah. Interesting. Follow and honor other options. Freedom. Yeah. Choose peace. Look at that. We have the peace of freedom, mental freedom, emotional freedom, and a letting go. Deep transformation. Let's see what the Time Traveler's Oracle is, but I'm going to get some, before I read this, I'm going to get some advice for you. Trust as you move on out of the Six of Swords energy and the Eight of Cups energy. You're trusting in miracles. I'm going to read trust for you, but I do think that there's a miraculous resolution going on, and it may be a crumbling of a connection, but a rebuilding, right, of you and releasing, right? I think that you've been under some illusion that someone's going to actually change and grow. But it's like a repeat. Same. And I think it's like Spirit's like, you can't hold on to this anymore, Gemini. It's time to let go now. All right. Yeah. Pretty clear cut, Gemini. This feels like it's in reverse. No, Nine of Cups. Yes. So you can stand strong in your own Assuredness, self-assuredness. This is your own independence. Nine of Pentacles, standing strong, resilient, independent as you move on. Sorry, let me hit that. Six of Swords, Ten of Swords. There it is. Death by 1,000 cuts. You're like, I'm done. I am done, done. Underline done. Yep. Done being trapped in mental. I'm hearing for some of you, it's been hell. It's been so hard. And I think that you're closing off a chapter mentally. Look at that. Oh my God. This is your advice. Ooh. This is Swordsy City. All right. No more. This person has you just, oh my God. In your head. Replaying events. Thinking. No. You need now to be. No more letting somebody manipulate you anymore, Gemini. I'm getting it. You done. Right? Exit. Let them take their exit. I feel like you're not going to give someone the same level of access to you anymore. That's what I'm getting. Yep, that's your advice. Do not give people access to you when they abuse that access. Okay? All right. I don't often get this, but Spirit's kind of being pretty, yeah. Sometimes this is why towers happen, folks. All right, trust. This is not the time to stay in the safe harbor in your life. Trust that you are being guided. Unfurl your sails and go forward. You are protected as you ride the currents of your soul. Trust that this is the perfect time to plan a journey or vacation or move in a different direction, either in your location or your job. If you've been thinking of a trip or a move, this card is verifying that it is the right time. A voyage of epic nature is ahead. It might be an emotional, spiritual journey rather than a physical odyssey. However, this card is saying that there are no wrong turns as you move forward. Your soul will thank you. If you are afraid or uncertain, know that right now you are surrounded by spiritual guides and angels. You are safe, even if your travels go in a different direction than you expected. Have faith that you will go exactly where you need to go. Trust that your journey is guided. Yeah, I think too that this is a time to be self-reliant. You are going to end up in the right destination. There's a lot of inner alchemy going on around an ending and around something that's really been difficult for you to leave behind, and pain that you're clearing up that's taken a long time to remove. I think that you've been doing a lot of cleanup work around a conflict around a person in your life that you've been under deep inner turmoil over for a long period of time. And you're learning how to say no, and you're moving on, and you're releasing what needs to be released, and you're trusting in your path, right? Give yourself permission to outgrow this old version of you that put up with this because you were soft on somebody, but it allowed you to be resilient. This is about finding a new level of peace within you and taking a step back from this unhealthy pattern, right? I think it's been a huge process of growth for you, right? But at the end of the day, this is about your own inner journey, your own journey of independence. So, yeah, I would say it's going to be quite a rest of the month for you, Gemini. Some of you are in the heat of this battle of wills, I'm hearing. Others of you, this is you moving on and healing from the fallout of this connection. So wherever you are on this timeline, just know that Spirit is with you, guiding you forward. You are being led and guided out of this, all right? So let whatever that has ended end, whether it's like this repeating a pattern, perpetuating some sort of inner turmoil because you're not speaking and saying and doing the things you know you need to do. This is the time where you're going to do it, okay? If you have not done it, you're going to be pushed at the end of August to actually say and do the thing that will allow you to let go and release what needs to be released here, okay? All right. Big decisions emotionally, but you know what to do now. I don't think there's a question around that. It's definitely is a time to let go. All right, Gemini, I'm with you. I feel like this is making space and clearing the way for the new chapter to emerge for September. But this is the time where it's like, okay, I got to move on. I got to deal with this, right? I got to move to this location, or I got to move away from this person, or I've got to, take better care of myself, because your peace really matters at this time, Gemini. Someone has really been disruptive mentally for you. This is a lot of swords. So I think that the answer is clear here. Trust that you're being led and guided out of a situation, and don't go back. Don't go back. Don't respond the same anymore. to this person, place, or thing, okay? All right. Lots of love. Take care, Gemini. Namaste.